Welcome back to TJ's Tech Corner. In today's video, we will be looking at JOR12324 suggestion from our last video. Drum roll, please. Turn on voice control. Voice control is a feature in the accessibility settings on iPhone. So instead of just looking at voice control, we will look at all the accessibility settings. Accessibility settings are the iPhone equivalent to Windows Ease of Access. We have a lot of things to cover today, so let's jump right in. The first one is how to get to accessibility settings. To do that, go to the Settings app. Then, if you have an older iPhone, go into the General menu and then tap on Accessibility Settings. Or it's just Accessibility. If you have a newer iPhone, Accessibility will have its own page on the main settings page. The first one is VoiceOver. VoiceOver is the iPhone equivalent of Windows Narrator. These features are both called screen readers. What they do is to read things on the screen. However, they might change the gestures of your device and how you use them. To see simple actions when VoiceOver is on, tap Learn More. To select an item, tap once. To activate the selected item, when it's selected, double tap it. If you want to scroll like this, swipe with 3 fingers. Basic navigation. To go home, slide 1 finger up from the bottom edge until you feel the first vibration, then lift your finger. To use the app switcher, which is this, swipe up farther from the bottom until you feel a second vibration and then lift your finger. To use Control Center, slide with 1 finger down from the top edge of the screen until you feel the first vibration, then lift your finger. To use Notification Center, slide down farther from the top until you feel a second vibration, then lift your finger. The next one is Zoom. Before you turn on Zoom, you have to turn on the Zoom controller, or else you'll end up having to restart your iPhone because you got stuck, like me. Just make sure Show Controller is on. Then you can go ahead and turn on Zoom. You can use the Zoom controller to zoom easier. To zoom in and out, tap 2 times in a row on the controller. To access more options, tap on the controller. You can choose from Zoom In, choose Region, choose Filter, or Hide Controller. To change the controller's position, just drag it around on the screen. Note that when you move it, if you stay still for too long, you can drag your finger on the screen to zoom instead. Note that I'm not sure if you can see me zooming. So if you hear me talking about random Zoom stuff, that means I'm zooming. If you want to customize the controller, go back to Zoom Controller, and then you can change the actions here. Also, you can turn on the just zoom level, where you can double tap and slide on the controller to adjust the zoom level. You can also choose from these colors, and you can choose how transparent it is when it's idle. The next one is Magnifier. Magnifier is a thing where if you turn it on, a new app will be added to your home screen that looks like this, with the plus icon and a magnifying glass. And what that will do is you can use it to zoom into things using your camera. The next one is display and text size. Here you can turn on bold text, larger text, button shapes, which I don't know what that does, on and off labels, and reduce transparency. You can also turn on increased contrast. It just makes the app foreground and background easier to see. Oops. I don't know what differentiate without color is, so let's look at Smart Invert instead. Well, first let's look at Classic Invert. Classic Invert makes all the colors on the screen opposite what they are originally. Like now, red is blue. Now, Smart Invert is smarter, so it does not change images, media, and some apps that use dark color styles. You can also turn on color filters. This is for colorblind people. It will help them differentiate some colors on the screen. This is also available in Windows Ease of Access. You can also reduce white point. I'm not sure what this does though. You can also turn on auto brightness. It will change how bright the screen of your phone is depending on how bright your environment is. The next one is motion. Here you can reduce motion, and you can decide if you want to play if you want to automatically play effects that people sent to you. You can also decide if you want to autoplay videos, like in the App Store. The next one is spoken content. Here, you can turn this on, and when you highlight text, a new button will appear where you can have your phone play the text to you. The next one is audio descriptions. Turning this on will let you hear descriptions of any video you're watching. The next one is touch. Here you can turn on assistive touch, where you can have a dot thing appear, and pressing it will allow you to access some gestures of your device, including notification center, device, control center, home, Siri, custom. Here you can add some custom effects, gestures, and notification center. From here, you can also turn on reachability. This will let you swipe down from the bottom edge of the screen, so you can make the upper part of the screen more easier to reach. Here, you can also adjust the speed haptic touch works. What haptic touch is when you hold down on an image or website, you can preview it. Or if you hold down on an app, you can access some menus. Here, you can change the amount of time it takes for those menus and previews to appear. Here's fast, and here's slow. You can also turn on touch accommodations. I don't know what those are, so let's move on. You can also turn on tap to wake. What this will do is tapping the screen when your phone screen is off will turn it on. You can also turn on shake to undo. So when you're typing and you make a mistake or you delete something by accident, you can shake your phone and then press undo, and what you did will go away. You can also decide if you want your phone to vibrate, like when you get calls. Turning this off will also turn off vibrations for earthquake, tsunami, and other emergency alert and vibrations. You'll still get the alerts, but your phone won't shake when you get them. The next one is call routing. What this will do is, depending on if you have if you're using your Bluetooth headset or speaker, your phone can decide if you're getting a FaceTime call and you should answer it with FaceTime audio or FaceTime video. From here, you can also turn on a new feature called back tap. What this will do is you can turn on tapping, double tapping or triple tapping the back of your phone will let you do any of these actions you want. You can also, okay, that's it. The next one is Face ID and attention. What this will do is here, you can turn on some useful features related to Face ID. The next one is switch control. I don't know what this does, so let's move on. We're finally at JOR 12324 suggestion, voice control. This will allow you to control your phone using your voice. If you want to customize your commands, press Customize Commands. The next one is side button. What this will do is you can adjust the speed. You can change some useful settings related to the power button on your phone. The next one is Apple TV Remote. Here, turning this on will let you use your Apple TV remote buttons, arrow buttons, to scroll instead of using your finger. The next one is keyboards. Here, you can change some useful settings for your built-in keyboard on your phone and for Bluetooth keyboards. If you want to connect a Bluetooth keyboard to your phone, make sure full keyboard access is on first. The next one is hearing devices. Here, you can connect to headphones and hearing aids and some other hearing devices, and your phone sounds will start playing on those hearing devices instead of coming out of your speakers. If you want to connect hearing aids to your phone, make sure hearing aid compatibility is on first. The next one is sound recognition. Here, your phone can listen for certain sounds and notify you when it hears them. All you have to do is turn on sound recognition, then choose any of these sounds. You can choose multiple for your phone to hear. The next one is RTT and TTY. I don't know what this does, so let's move on. The next one is audio and visual. Here, you can turn on things like headphone accommodations, which I don't know what that does, mono audio, where the left and right speakers play at the exact same volume. Phone noise cancellation is where if you're talking to someone on the phone, all your phone sounds will be canceled out instead of the person you are talking to. So you will hear nothing, but you will still hear the person you are talking to. You can also change the balance of the volume between the left and right speakers. You can also turn on LED flash for alerts. That means when you get a notification, call, or text, the flash on your phone will flash. The next one is subtitles and captioning. Here, you can have subtitles automatically turn on when you're watching a video. The next one is guided access. Here, this is useful when you want your child to stay in the single app. Or if you are using an iPad in a store, you want your customers to stay in a single app when they're using an iPad in the store. You can also control what features the user has access to, and you can also have a time limit set. To use guided access, make sure it's on in settings, then go to the app you want to use, then press the power button 3 times in a row. Let's look at some of the things you can manage. If you want to manage something, press Options. Then you can decide what features your customer has access to. If you don't want your customers to tap certain things on your screen, just circle them. And when you're done, press Start. And then enter a passcode. When you're done using guided access, just triple click the side button again, or the power button it's called, and then re-enter your passcode. And then press end. The next one is Siri. Here, you can turn on Type to Siri, where instead of you talking to Siri, you can type to her instead. You can also decide if you want Siri to talk back under voice response. You can choose when silent mode is off, only with Hey Siri, or always speak responses. You can also turn on and always listen for Hey Siri. This will let Siri always listen for you even when your phone is facing down. You can also decide if you want Siri to be transparent. The last one is accessibility shortcut. What this will do is triple clicking the power button will choose any of these shortcuts you want. To decide what shortcuts you want, just tap on the ones you want to show. That's it for today. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Also like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. See you Monday on TJ's Tech Corner. Happy April Fool's Day!